you were living your life, minding your business, creating a family, having your kids, and you were going along a path that you thought would continue.
Yeah.
And then something unexpected happened, and you broke up with your missus, and you couldn't be near your family. And that
No.
was something that really hit you hard.
Yeah, it broke my heart, yeah.
Can you talk about that? Because it's probably part of the man you are today.
Yeah, it's definitely a deep, deep thing because the last memory you ever get of someone like when a divorce happens like that, and the biggest memories you got is like, my daughter at the top of the stairs sort of saying, don't leave. And you got I've got twin girls that are 27 and nearly 27, and I've got another girl that's just a couple of years younger. And I was not ready for, I was an alpha male growing up thinking I'm the man. And I thought I had all the attributes to hold it together, but obviously I was only 30 odd. And I was accomplished, I'd done a few things, and I was an alpha male, and I was comp people out, and I could level out with nearly anybody. So I felt I was the man, you know what I mean? So then when your partner turns around and says, I don't want this no more, it blows your mind. And then you've got to go out and start again, and you've got to rebirth yourself, because suddenly you've got the death of, back to the ego, but the death of your own ego, like the thinking that you're the man, the death that you can hold your own woman, the death of all those things. So to start afresh was the most painful thing ever, and to get my career after that of something I wanted to love for myself. So I took that pain and used it as motivation to take myself into a life that I would enjoy. And that was one of the biggest, hardest things ever, because I went to Australia and because I listened to all the other people that had gone through divorces and ended up working a warehouse job, a lot of them, or being depressed or didn't want to move, and getting on depressant pills and all this sort of stuff. And I had an opportunity, and I could already fly hang gliders, had a few lessons. So I thought, I want to go to Australia and get my licenses towards being a tandem instructor. So I started from almost nowhere, and I thought I'd do it in 3 or 4 months, and that's not that's lack of wisdom or lack of knowing how long things take to have skills. So I had to leave my family, and I had to leave my kids, and that broke my heart. And I rang them up every weekend and done all the things I could. And I made a decision to be an hang gliding instructor, and I had the money to do it. And so I took that opportunity. And after 3 or 4 or 5 months, I was thought it'd be to 3 months, I'm still there. And due to like just how long things take to get hours up and to do all these hours to get to a certain level, and I had a target of my own independence and my own single-mindedness of what I wanted, and to leave my children was the biggest thing ever in the world. I had to make sure that I stayed to my plan, because I couldn't bottle it, I couldn't run, I couldn't stop when you're halfway through, because you're going to go back and you've lost all that time with your love and your kids, and you're going back empty-handed from my own career and my own life. And if I had stopped that, I would have been back with my children, but I would have been where I was, been in a place where I could be on depression tablets, in a way I was doing whatever. So I chose to take my career to the point where I'm going to stick to my guns and make sure that I get what I need. So the greatest thing about that was to show my children that you need to do what you need to do in life to get the things that you want in life, no matter how hard it is or how nasty it is or how rough it is or how much it comes on top. The most important thing that everyone needs to know is that you need to feel your own life. You need to know that you're okay inside, because if people people learn by watching. You mentor people by watching. If your children are watching you and life's watching you, you need to show that you're being the best of your own decisions and the best of your plans, and you're succeeding in your ideas and completing your missions of what you've gone. So that ended up 3.5 years later to get that. And that was ringing every weekend, sending love. My kids always remember Blossom. My child's name is Blossom when it comes to blossom trees, but she'd ring me up and kids would ring up crying, telling me to come home. And the pressure to dissolve it and give up was huge. And I stuck to it. And 16 years later, I'm one of the only hang gliding tandem pilots and instructors in Britain. They only own school, and I've been working at it 16 years, and I've took a dream, and I've been an international pilot. I've been in New Zealand, different places, flying around the world. I've been to Sierra Nevadas. I take groups of people flying every year, and I go flying with eagles, vultures. I've done 100 miles vulturing with eagles around the Sierra Nevada mountain, flying over volcanoes. So now my feeling of how much the deficit of the depth of pain that took to the reward of flying around with eagles and vultures is the most feeling of encompassing, rewarding, goosebumping, like deep, original human beings of what you can achieve to fly around as a human being and do stuff that not many people have done, and take that. I was scared and shaking at the beginning, and building up the skills to fly from fear to being abundant with fear, and noticing that the abundance is out there and you're flying with fear, but you're in abundance, which is totally worth everything that ever happened to me, and everything that the chance. I took the chance and I never wasted it. I didn't half-heart it, even though it was hell of a pain.
Right.
And I, for my own self, it was the best thing I ever did to create my wholeness of well-being, if you like. And it's taken me all around. It's taken me all around the world. Taught thousands of people to fly now. I've taught thousands of people to fly hang gliders. I've taken thousands of people fun rides. I've actually feel very wholesome about that. Yeah.
So you took what could be the darkest moment that could have led to destruction of your being, whether it's tablets or depression, and instead that was your greatest moment.
Yeah.
Because it was the moment where you took that and you could have easily laid aside and people would have let you and said, that's okay, Matthew. And instead you just doubled and tripled down and turned that into something that lofted you into this place that allows you to be the man you are today.
Totally. That amount of energy it took to do that and the amount of loss, it was almost like I've been gifted by taking that example, and gifted to be able to smell flowers, to be able to fly with vultures and appreciate. If I never went to that dark place, I wouldn't notice the little flicking feathers on eagles. I wouldn't notice the eagle looking at me in the eye when I'm flying around with it. I wouldn't notice all the vultures playing. I wouldn't notice the joy in life, because I had lots of pain, so it's joy and pain. I would never have noticed how joyful things can be, because I would have felt, if I'd got what I got now, I'd have felt like I was giving it, because I would never have the depth of that, to notice an eagle look in your eyes from there to there. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you so much to help me, because I'm a stimulating person, so I need stimulation. So I walk up mountains, I jump off things, I do lots of things that are dangerous. So to have that as a stimulation for me, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place, one of the most beautiful places in the world, to know from the ground up to the skies, to the troposphere, to notice from the flames of the burning core of the earth, through the grass and to the skies, and to outer space. If I never took up hang gliding, I'll never understand that, like I said earlier, a little drift of wind can cause a butterfly effect around the world, as far as updrafts and thermals and life and change. I've never ever be so aware of the beauty of what's available unless I was motivated by that dark situation, which motivated me into, yeah.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.